Hey all, Fizzban here. Welcome back to Harmony Eclipsed. If I remember correctly, we were about to find Rarity. Yeah, this seems right. I come from this way. Yes, I did. Let's see, how are we looking? Luna and Fluttershy are very low on mana, right? But they were about to level, weren't they? Right, this is where we fought the Shadow Bones. Let's see what's in here. There's a chest. A ring of protection. What does that do? Prevents all status conditions. And that seems like something you should equip on the healer. That's effectively like a ribbon from Final Fantasy. That one prevents confusion. Does Pinkie Pie have an accessory? Prevents sleep. I would rather have confusion prevented. And I find it somewhat amusing to put a reality anchor on Pinkie of all ponies. Oh, placeholder. I mean, I don't like the placeholder in the battle scenes. Maybe just prefer just an entirely black background until something is actually made for that, because this is like right in your face. But I digress. Let's move on. Thunder on the water, and I forget what Pinkie does. She can assault with cake, and that may stun, so let's try that. But it did get stunned, that's pretty good. Luna is muted, but that doesn't matter too much. Because she doesn't have any mana to cast spells, so... Both Luna and Fluttershy could use a bit of healing as well. But that took care of itself, because they just leveled. Didn't they? No! I looked at that wrong. How much do they need? Next battle, I guess. Let's see if we can stretch out the resources just a little bit. What if Rarity is the next encounter in here? Should I just provoke? Yeah. Let's just kill these slimes, get the level we need on Luna and Fluttershy before we go into the next room. Because I have a feeling we should encounter Rarity somewhat soon. Although we did just have a boss fight against the Shadow Pulse in the last episode, so... I don't know. Could be back-to-back boss fights almost. There we go. Was that enough? I think so. Yes, that was enough. Alright. We're good to go. Well, there's a chest. A singer's charm. Is that a Pinkie thing? It's another accessory. Prevents mute. Do I want that? Do I have any items to get rid of? And I have the remedy, but that's only like... one thing. And then there is Fluttershy, I can get rid of it. I think this might be a case of me expecting to get muted in the boss fight with Rarity, and the one, aside from Fluttershy, I would not want to get muted is probably Rainbow Dash, because she has the most amount of skills, and that's the skills I rely on the most, I think. Let's try to solve this one with Cape. I probably should have thundered that one, but Luna did a critical, so it might be good regardless. I think I'll just auto-attack for the rest of it. Maybe Rarity has like a sync attack or something like that. That'll... Well, that would just make you deafened, wouldn't it? Not necessarily muted. Oh, Pinky gained a level. That's pretty handy. Can I do anything with this? Nope. Oh, there's a crystal there. So I could, in theory, use a tent, but I don't think I really need to. Didn't get stunned. Did not use a very damaging attack though. So I think we're good. Normal attack should do for now. Maybe Rarity can summon these slimes in the boss fight that'll try to mute you. I don't know, I keep guessing at this point. Right, I want to have a look in here. Is it chest? Oh. And since the slimes don't do much, I'll just auto attack to save on my mana. I mean, I guess they are mostly there to, like, put the mute on your party. Oh, dash gained level. That is also handy. A tent. Alright, well, if I did need to use it, I could, but I do want to save. Because why wouldn't I want to? There we have Rarity. Rarity, there you are. My friends, how wonderful to see you again. There is so much to talk about, I don't even know where to begin. Oh, but come over here, you simply must see my latest designs. Yes, we've heard about your recent activities here in Baltimore. Well, of course, I took it upon myself to change the city, and that's exactly what I did. Purely out of the goodness of my heart. The goodness of your heart? Listen here, Sugar Cube. This town may have changed, but it ain't for the better. What about all the perfectly nice ponies like Starcharmer who lost everything because of you? Starcharmer, ugh, such an ungrateful pony. Here I was, helping the fashion designers in the city get the attention they deserve. And she had the nerve not to appreciate that fact. Why, she didn't even consider it necessary to commission a statue in my honor. I decided that if she didn't have the courtesy to properly acknowledge my generosity, then she wasn't worthy of receiving it. Why, of all the... You just don't get it, do you? Applejack, please. This is the corruption, not... It ain't just the corruption. Rarity's always had a stick up her plot, but this... I beg your pardon? If you have something to say, Applejack, then I hope you would have the courtesy to say it to me. Then how about this? You care about no pony other than yourself, Rarity. You call what you've been doing generosity? Regardless of them of whether them ponies deserve your generosity. You've been ruining lives left and right on a whim. You've been abusing your influence and demanding way too much in return for your so-called gifts. Enough. I think it would be best if you all left now. I have work to do. We can't do that, Rarity. We need you to come with us. Excuse me? I don't believe you heard me correctly. I said you should all leave. Now. We ain't leaving, not until you see Reason again. Reason? Why, you ungrateful little... Grrr. Alright. Here we have... It's a slightly different design than Nightmare Rarity, I think, but it's pretty close. I do like this design as well. Alright, so... I guess... Moonbeam. Let's just start with Wind, and also with Cake, and I think Fluttershy can't really use any of those right now. Well, she can, but it wouldn't make much sense, so we'll just do a normal attack. And at about 100. That's 200 for a Moonbeam. Too many sequence. Oh, she's stunned. I don't know what too many sequence was, but sequence are flashy, so it might have like a blind effect. I was pretty happy with Moonbeam, so I'm just gonna keep using that. Let's try Thunder. Can I like change stun her to keep the effect up? I'm gonna try that. Thunder was slightly better than Wind. Right, it seems he is still stunned. I'm gonna try Hail. I don't know what that thing is on Luna, but that didn't... I can't remember what Hail did. I don't think it was any better than Thunder. I'm gonna try it one more time because I was a doofus and forgot to actually look. I'm gonna remove whatever Luna has on her. Yeah, I need to use Thunder instead. Last Moonbeam on Luna. Back to using Thunder. Using the Assault Cake. Have I taken any damage? Not really. So I can attack with Fluttershy at this point. Right. It's a bit of AoE damage, but nothing too bad. Luna's out of mana though. I guess I can... Since I don't need to heal, I can use an item with Fluttershy on Luna. She's stunned again. Just gonna do a round of attacks. She is out of the stun and I'm out of mana on Pinky. What I could do... I have like 19 of these, so I might as well use it. Well, she doesn't have enough mana for the Moonbeam, so I'm just going to do a normal attack. Fluttershy is gonna use another item to get Luna some mana back. A little bit of damage, but not too much. It's the last thunder, and I guess I could actually heal at this point. I think Luna needs healing the most. Well, not necessary. Did gain quite a few levels. Probably could amp up the damage on Nightmare Rarity in that boss fight. A little bit. What was I? Rarity, is that you? You back with us? Oh no, I was. Hush, little one. Just tell us what happened. Tell you what happened. I was really about to do that. I was really trying to kill you. Oh, she just flopped. What's going on? Is she alright? I think she might be in shock. Shock? You sure this ain't another one of her overdramatic reactions? No, I believe Fluttershy is right. Rarity seems much more exhausted than any of you were after you were rid of your corruption. She needs rest and time to come to terms with what has happened. I'm sure once we explain the situation, Starjammer would be happy to host her for a while. Where am I? What happened? Oh, come in. Princess, what's going on? You are in the house of a friend of my sister. And that's a sentence. You collapsed after our meeting in your workshop. Our meeting, and I tried to... Do not blame yourself, Rarity. This was something long in the making, something that has been brewing since before you came to Baltimore, but it is over now. Will you tell me what happened? I suppose I should, shouldn't I? But the rest of my friends deserve to hear this too. Are they here? Indeed, they are waiting downstairs. Would you like to go to them now? Yes, please. How odd. She seems to be taking this much harder than the rest of her friends. I wonder if something else is bothering her. First, you must understand my reasons for doing what I did. You see, I have a history with this city. I came here when I was younger to make my way in the world as a fashion designer. Little did I realize that the world of fashion was far from what I had imagined it would be. I had sought fame and fortune only to discover that no pony seemed to notice the individual designers here. No pony ever saw outfits being worn, only the ponies wearing them, and no pony truly appreciated who made them. Eventually, most of the designers in town would grow cynical and start trying to gain compensation through outrageous prices. But not me. I refused to be dragged down by their misery and pessimism. I remained fair and wanted to change the city. Then, well, something of a family crisis came up and I was forced to abandon it all and return to Ponyville. However, a few months ago, I heard about a designer in a prominent part of Baltimore who left to try their luck in Manhattan. I thought to myself, this is a perfect opportunity to make my return. I could finish what I started and help every fashion designer in the city get the recognition they deserve. I was so excited I rushed out of Ponyville without telling anyone where I was going. Sorry about that. At first, things were going wonderfully. Not only did I have all the experience I had gained in Ponyville, but I managed to find inspiration everywhere I looked. New designs flooded into my head, and before long, every influential pony in Baltimore needed my outfits to stand out. But then, I have this entire city eating out of my hoof, but really, nothing has changed. The elite still look down their muscles at me, and none of their working class have heard of me. What more can I do? It's not like I can force the influential class to appreciate me for all my hard work and talent. Although that doesn't mean I can't change who makes up the influential class in this city. There are some who certainly praise me enough to be worth rewarding. If the ponies who run Baltimore refuse to appreciate all the designers who work so hard for them, and they'll learn the hard way how it feels to be ignored. I see Twilight slowly fading as she recollects this memory. I admit I may have gotten carried away, but my intentions were pure. I'm just glad I have friends like you who can help me when I've lost my way. But now, as long as I'm here, my reputation, such as it was, would prevent any other designers from possibly hoping to compete. If I leave, then all my work will have been for nothing. I know what I must do, but it pains me after all this, nothing will have changed. Nothing will change? Rarity, that's not true. No matter what happens now, the only certain thing is that there is no going back to how things used to be. And while I had noticed in the past how discontented some of the city's designers were, I had never realized it was so serious. What are you saying? Miss Rarity, I feel that no matter what your personal flaws might be, your goal was most admirable. I swear that I should do everything in my power to ensure Baltimore turns over a new leaf in your wake. And that all hardworking ponies get the respect and admiration they deserve. You mean it? Truly? I have known Star Charmer for many years. She is a pony of her word with a kind heart and a clever mind. If any pony in the city can make it happen, she can. Then thank you, Star Charmer, from the bottom of my heart. And while I don't know if I have the right to ask after acting like such a beast, but do you think that every pony here will one day forgive me? I'm sure we will. Well, now that that unpleasantness is out of the way, you all never did tell me why you came to Baltimore in the first place. Luna, you mentioned something about all this being long in the making. What did you mean by that? Let's begin at the beginning. And catching up Rarity to the events. Oh my, so you're saying that you all suffered just like I had. So let's just take a swig of coffee. Not only that, but Twilight is still under the influence of the corruption. Once all 6 of you are assembled, we will be ready to face Sombra. Assembled like a transformer. Then we have no time to lose. Where can we find her? I believe the best course of action would be to return to Cancelot. As severe as her corruption seems to be, she will most likely spread it, and all reports of civil unrest will be sent to the capital. Excuse me, Applejack, might I have a word with you for a moment? Something up? I just wanted to apologize for how I treated you before. You were right, and it wasn't just the corruption clouding my judgment. I was so focused on my goal that I didn't want to see what I was doing. Don't worry about it, Cube. That's what friends are for. There's also something else, something very important I have to ask you. What is it? Luna mentioned that we change when the corruption manifests, like when I was trying to, yeah, what about it? I need you to be completely honest with me, Applejack. How did I look? Come on, I need to know. Do I look lovely or horrible? Applejack. Alright, that bit of dialogue was pretty good. I like that. Oh, and here we actually have Sombra, and a lot of crystals. Well, I guess that's his thing, so fair enough. Master Sombra, you wish to see me? Yes, Darklight Star. It seems that despite your best efforts, Rarity has slipped through your hoops. You failed your lesson. But I was so certain. I followed your instructions to let the darkness guide me, and it led me to the Shadow Bones. They were motivated, they were powerful, they should have. I know, child, it was through no fault of your own that things turned out the way they did. My blessing may grant power, but not mastery of the subtleties of that power. That much is up to you, and thus far you have shown great cunning and cleverness. Your use of dark magic toward your dreams against the Princess of the Night is proof enough of that. Even so, after all the promise you displayed, I am disappointed. But I... Fear not, Darklight, there is a way to redeem yourself. The princesses and your friends are proving to be more of a threat than expected. They must still be dealt with, and therein lies your next lesson. Yes? If you cannot rely upon others to solve your problems, then you must handle them yourself. Go and kill them. Is something wrong? It's just that... Just that what? This is an excellent opportunity for you to practice what you have learned. But I'm not even sure where to find them. That is no issue. By now they will be looking for you. All you need to do is gain their attention. The darkness should be able to guide you in that much, at least. But... do you really wish to disappoint me again, my faithful student? I won't disappoint you again, Master Sombra. Then go and show your teacher what you have learned. After all this time, Celestia, I thought you would have learned better than to keep letting mortals into your heart. I wonder, what will you do now? Will you refuse to fight your precious pupil? Will you steal your heart and face her, forever shattering her immaculate image of you? Whatever the outcome, I look forward to learning how you have changed in the last 1,000 years. It should be most enlightening. And we're back. I sent word ahead, the report should all be ready for us. Sister, may I have a word with you first? The rest of you go on ahead. The rest of you go on ahead. We will be along shortly. Are you sure you're ready for this? What do you mean? It's just a report and I've gotten used to doing paper. You know what I mean, Tia. Are you ready to face Twilight as she is now? Can you bring yourself to do what may need to be done? What may need to be done? I remember your reaction after learning what happened to her. We cannot afford you being a liability should it become necessary to... No. I know what has happened to her, and there may have been a time where I would have felt differently, but no more. I refuse to simply accept her as another necessary sacrifice. I refuse to allow her to die. Sister. When we face her, no matter what it takes, I will see to it that she is purified. I mean, we haven't really killed anyone of the corrupted ponies yet, so why would Twilight be different? Too many times have I hardened my heart, and with too many times have I been forced to live with the consequences. But no more, I won't be fighting to stop her as I have done with the others in the past. This time, I'm fighting to save her. And if the worst should happen anyway, it won't. I would sooner give my life than be responsible for ending hers. Come Luna, we are wasting time. Ooh, a lot of talking in this one too. Now, the books we want should be on that table over there. Oh. Hey look. A letter from Spike. I wonder why he's sending a message when Twilight isn't here. Well, what's it say? It seems Twilight has saved us the trouble of finding her. It says the Ponyville is being attacked by a strange mare, and I have a feeling I know who it is. Come, my little ponies, there is no time to lose. Only pray that saving her is a luxury we can afford, sister. If she is this far gone, there may be no hope left for her. Alright, and there is fire everywhere. This is probably fine, right? Right, I want to switch Pinky with Rarity, I think. Before I do that, though, I think I want to unequip the everything, pretty much. I want to give Rainbow Dash the agility ring back. Then I want to see what Rarity actually has. She has an emerald, so she uses gems for weapons. And that deals wind damage. Well, she actually has armor on, so that's pretty good. I don't know what her abilities are. Can I see that? It's a gem shot. Element depends on equipped weapon. Alright, so she can change weapons, I suppose, and this will change the elemental damage that does. So she seems for now to be a damage dealer. Which means, do I want... I think I want the reality anchor on her. Let me just quickly switch in Pinky again, because I did not realize Rarity would come equipped with armor, so she can wear this again. And I guess she can have the smelling salts. Switching back to Rarity. Yeah, I think the party is looking good for now, so I'll save here. And I think that wraps up the episode for now. And next time we will try to find Twilight and see how that goes down. Thank you all for watching, and Fizzban out.